Okay, so we just learned about multiplying fractions. And now we're going to move into multiplying fractions with cross-canceling. And what this does is it actually makes it a whole lot easier for you guys. Because what happens, sometimes when you multiply fractions, you end up with these giant numbers, and they're really hard to reduce, or they're really hard to turn into mixed numbers. So instead, if you use cross-canceling first, it makes it a whole lot easier. Alright, so we're going to start off with, right here at the top, it says, sometimes when we multiply fractions, so this is basically what I was just telling you, sometimes when we multiply fractions, we get solutions that are really big. This makes it hard to reduce. So, if we cross-cancel first, it makes solving easier. Okay? Now let's go through the steps of this. And really, for the most part, everything is the same as multiplying fractions except for one and very important part. And here we go. So first, just like with fractions, change mixed numbers to improper fractions. Mixed numbers to improper. So I'm going to write a little faster here. I'm writing kind of slow. Improper fractions. Okay, so that's what we did here. 6 times 2 is 1, plus 1 is 13 over 6, and 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18 over 5. Okay, now step 2 is your cross-cancel part, okay? And basically, it's kind of like reducing. Okay, so it's like reducing, but now you can reduce with both fractions. Okay, so you don't just have to go top to bottom only, you can go top to bottom on both fractions. So what we're going to do here is we're going to reduce the 6 and the 18 because 6 can go into 18. Okay, we can't actually reduce 13 and 6, so that doesn't work. We can't do 18 and 5, but we can do the 6 and the 18. And we reduce them both by 6. And what you do when you're doing that, what I like to do anyway, is I like to kind of cross them out and then write in place what the answer is. So 6 divided by 6 is 1, 18 divided by 6 is 3. Okay? And then what you do, rewrite it again, so then bring it down. So we got 13 over 1 times 3 over 5. So step number 3 down here, we're going to multiply across after we rewrite it. So multiply across just like before. So now we've rewritten it, 13 over 1 times 3 over 5. And you multiply across, you get 13 times 3 is 39. 1 times 5 is 5. Now the great thing about cross-canceling is this. If you cross-canceled everything, so you completely cross-canceled, you don't have to reduce when you're done. You've already done it. Okay, but you do have to change it back to a mixed number. So that's the final step. So change back to a mixed number. There you go. So we got 39 over 5. Then we divide 39 by 5, we get 7 with 4 over 5. Alright, now the great thing is, again, if you completely cross-cancel, now that's kind of hard because you got to really make sure you've completely done it. That means up and down or across. You got to make sure that you've completely cross-canceled. Okay, let's go down and look at some of these, try these here. So let's look at the first one. We have 8 over 9 times 27 over 32. Now if you look right now, okay, I can tell right away that, actually I'm going to blow this up a little bigger so I can have a little space. First of all, I know 9 and 27 can reduce, and 9 goes into both of those. So I'm going to divide both of them by 9. Okay, and 27 divided by 9 is 3, and 9 divided by 9 is 1. Now I also know that 8 can go into 32, so divided by 8. Now here's the important thing though. It doesn't have to be the numbers that go into it. It's just like reducing. So it could have been, like I could have accidentally done 4 first. So 4 goes into 8 2 times, and 4 goes into 32 16 times. Or I could have done it by 2. But I want to try to do the biggest one, because if you do it only by 4, then you got to do it again. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. 32 divided by 8 is 4. Now I rewrite it. 1 over 1 times 3 over 4. Multiply across 3 over 4. And I know I don't have to reduce because I've completely cross-canceled. Done. Now imagine if we wouldn't have cross-canceled. We'd have done 8 times 27, which is a huge number, and 9 times 32, which is even bigger. So, and then we would have had to reduce those numbers. That would have been ridiculous. Okay, so that definitely would not have been fun if we did not cross-cancel. Okay, that would have taken us a long time. All right, let's take a look at the other one. So, 5 times 2. Actually, if you didn't pause and do these first, pause and do it really quick. Do this last one first. All right, so here we go. So we got mixed numbers first, so we have to change those, right? So we're going to change them with the backwards C. So we got times and plus, times and plus. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14 over 5 times 7 times 6 is 42 plus 3, holy cow, 45 over 7. Now, can you imagine multiplying 14 times 45 and getting an answer there? That's going to be huge, and then having to reduce with it. That's brutal. Okay, so instead, let's reduce. So we got 7 and 14. So 7 can go into 7, and 7 can go into 14. And 5 can be divided by 5, and so can 45. So 14 divided by 7 is 2. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And 45 divided by 5 is 9. So our new fractions are 2 over 1 times 9 over 1. So we multiply those. 2 times 9 is 18 over 1. And anything over 1 is just the top number. So my answer is 18. Hopefully you got that one. That's cross-canceling for you. The only extra thing I might want to show you really quick, so if you have some room, you could write it on the back of the last page. It might be a good idea to do this one. If you do something like this, so say we had like 2 over 4 times 8 over 10. Okay, now you can cross-cancel here. Okay, we could do 2 and 10 and 4 and 8. But you can also do this. You don't have to go across. You could do up and down just like we did in our regular fractions, right? Just like regular reducing. So we could divide this and this by 2 and this by 2 as well. Okay? Now if you get that, look at you got 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. Okay? So you can reduce top to bottom as well. You can't go bottoms, or just tops. Okay, you got to stay top to bottom somehow. Now, so we rewrite it 1 over 2 times 4 over 5. Right? Now, if you notice, we can cross cancel again. Look at the 2 and the 4. So we can divide those by 2 again. Okay, so you get 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2, and now we got 1 over 1 times 2 over 5, and our answer is 2 over 5. Okay, so make sure you keep checking to make sure there's nothing else that you can reduce. Okay, otherwise your answers are going to get bigger, and then you have to reduce later. Hope this makes sense to you guys. If you have any questions, just ask.